Welcome to Workshop Wednesday, come on in. At the Rural Report, let the prepping begin. We'll teach you the skills you need to survive. Join our community, let's thrive and thrive. Gather round, don't be shy. Welcome to Workshop Wednesday, come on in. At the Rural Report, let the prepping begin. We'll teach you the skills you need to survive. Join our community, let's thrive and thrive. Gather round, don't be shy. Welcome to Workshop Wednesday, come on in. At the Rural Report, let the prepping begin. We'll teach you the skills you need to survive. Join our community, let's thrive and thrive. Gather round, don't be shy.
And we are live. At least that's what the little thingy in the corner says. And so we will see if this all actually is live. And we will do our official roll call. But anybody who is new here that has stopped by, welcome. Thank you for stopping by and spending a little bit of your Wednesday with us. This is Workshop Wednesday, a live 1-hour Q&A where just about anything goes. And most of everybody, if you are new, you will notice a bunch of blue wrenches. That is because they have been here over and over. I trust them. And, we appreciate all of our blue wrenches. And so if you are here to not participate and come out with some shenanigans, they have full permission to do whatever they need to do, right? So let's run through and we will see who all is here, which I see Tammy Joe is first. Hello, Tammy Joe. Welcome. Who else do we got? We've got Texas here, and it's never a show until we have a 308 by 308. So welcome, Texas. I see Heaven's Fire has made it in. Hello and welcome. Who else do we got in here? I see Celebrating Farm Life, and I swear to you, I have tried to call, I don't know how many times, and something has popped up. I swear I will call you back. But thank you so much for stopping in. Who else do we got here? I see Glenn is here. Welcome, Glenn. Thank you for stopping in and joining us for tonight. I see none other than the JS Genesis Designs. Hello and welcome. Lynn Stalker is here. Welcome in. Who else? Oh, we've got the legend himself, the Orlando Prepper. You have to have the. You know you've made it big time when you've got the in front of your name, right? Welcome, my brother. It is always great to see you here. I see the original Blue Wrench is here, Off-Grid Master. Thank you so much for stopping in tonight. Do we have just about everybody? I am trying to catch up. I see Amy is here. Hello, Amy. Everybody at Leonard Mountain Homestead. Thank you for stopping in. Who else do we got? Trying to get to the bottom of the chat, and I think that everybody's saying hello to each other. All right. So I think that we've got it. We'll welcome other people as they pop in. But this is pretty much a anything goes. Questions, comments, concerns. Throw them down in the chat. I do my best to get to each and every one of them because we are not a huge channel yet. But we have been growing, and that's one of the things that we will definitely be talking about here in a moment. I see Tony from Our Cabin in the Woods has made it, so welcome, my friend. I've been working on some things. I got some footage made and some things, and I've been kind of working on editing and getting some other things done. But I found a very interesting thing. So for all of you that have channels, listen up. I'm going to give you the key to gaining subscribers. And here it is. Don't post anything. So I took a short hiatus where I did my 30 days of survival, 30 videos back to back to back. And I actually went up and down in subscriber count. I took a small break, and I actually picked up 20-something subscribers when I didn't post a thing. So there you go. If you want to beat the algorithm, don't post. I see Mr. Leonard Mountain Homestead is here. So welcome in. Great to see you here, Mr. Leonard Mountain Homestead. Always great to have Chris here. But yes, all those that have anything that you would like to discuss, I leave it all open for you guys. I had a little bit of stuff prepared. I was kind of getting some things done. I was watching some of the content that you guys have been putting out. And then it suddenly, and I wrote this down so I wouldn't forget, and I forgot anyway. Our friends over at Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival tonight was their 100th live stream. So they did a special call in, and I had to call in and join the panel. So I was over on theirs for, I don't know, a good half hour or whatever. But I do want to say hats off, congratulations to them. Great guys over there. If you don't know who that is, please stop over and check them out. But for every one of you that does have a channel, as always, throw your stuff down into the comments, drop a link, so that way we can network. We are a huge believer in networking. So please drop your channel link or any other mods. You guys have full permission to drop links down there. So that way everybody can check everybody out, right? So that's what I've got. We've only been on for what, 7 minutes now, and I have pushed our way through all of the opening intro and everything funness. So now I'm going to push it out for you guys. I'm going to see if I missed anything. So I'm going to scroll back in the chat. We and I will tell you about our little adventure for anybody that missed the short that I put out. I got to test a few things out. Let's see. Is there any questions that I missed before I go on my area? Everybody's saying hello. I love that you guys just come here and hang out. Everybody's pretty much friends, and the fun part is some of us we're states and states away, and unless there's an event or something, we may never meet. Oh yes, thank you. Hit that thumbs up button. I am really bad about telling people to do that, so thank you for reminding me. Let's see, anything going down through. Dun, dun, dun. Wondering if Chris has his hat on. Let's see, anything. Thank you for dropping links. There we go. We're starting to get links. What do we got? Who think Roll should do a tinfoil hat segment? I have done a conspiracy video here and there. They were not that popular, so I kind of veered away from those. But hey, I see another legend right there, Mr. Silver Oceans, which, by the way, has his monthly auction this weekend for Saturday and Sunday. So, Silver, if you are still here, if you want to drop a link or anything along those lines, or if anybody wants to, go subscribe to his channel. And if you are interested in precious metals, there will be a live auction this Friday and this Saturday. Who else do we have? Oh, I see Teresa stopped in. Hello, Teresa. Thank you for stopping in. Who else do we got? Thank you for sharing the link there. Let's see. There we go. Everybody's saying hello to Silver Oceans. We love oceans. Thank you, Off Grid Master, for the super sticker. Let's see. Anything else? Anything? Always. We always love to support each other, right? So I will let you guys type away in the chat, and I will run through and tell you a little bit about. We had a little bit of a family trip, and any of you that missed, the short I put out. One of the biggest things that I see when people start out is they get fanatic about prepping. Usually it's because of an event or something kind of awakes them, and they get panicked. And so they start running out and they start panic buying. They start picking up books, they're reading, they're doing a whole bunch of things. And, hey, I get it to a certain extent, but you have to always prep for the worst while prepping for the best. You have to prepare that nothing is going to happen. So you have to prepare into the fact that I need to spend time with my friends, my family. I need to prepare for retirement. I need to prepare things to pass down to my kids and my grandkids and things like that, just in case the world-ending SHTF event doesn't happen for 100 years. A lot of us see the writing on the wall, and we go, "Hey, something bad. It's definitely coming." And I believe that, and I'm prepping right along with you. But just what if it doesn't happen in our lifetime? So that's what you have to still make sure that you're spending time. So we did a family trip to the zoo, and I did not pass up the opportunity to test a few things out. So my solar panel came with me, as well as a very, very overpacked backpack that I am proud to say that I rucked with the entire day. Um, but the solar panel worked out really well. Mrs. Rural and I both took our phones. We were both at 100% when we got out of the car. At the end of the day, hers was dead and mine was at 68%. So, uh, and it rained. It was cold. I think the highest temperature it got that day was about 44 degrees. So it survived the cold, it survived the rain, and it charged my phone. So I give it there. Um, the backpack did really well. It got wet. It was awfully heavy. Definitely towards the end of the day, I could definitely feel that weight. It was probably not rated for the weight that I put in there, but nonetheless, it held for what it was supposed to do. Let's see, who else do we got? Man, we're getting all sorts of super stickers. Look at that. We got Leonard Mountain with a super sticker, Heaven's Fire with a super sticker. And we even got gifted memberships. Who got memberships? I have to do better at memberships. I will be putting out some stuff for memberships. But right now, you get to use all sorts of little emojis and things like that. But I will be doing some other things. Yeah, worst thing to do is panic buy. Buy only what you are going to use. Absolutely. That's a huge one. We touch on this a lot, and it's one of the ones because people do this. Do not make a decision based off of emotion. Fear is very, very powerful. We're going to talk about another one here in a second, but think about all the different things that fear sells, and not just in the thing of getting you to um, run out and buy things because of fear of getting hurt, sick, you know but think about everything else. Fear of missing out. We're coming up into Halloween. Think about all the times of it's fear sells. You go to a haunted house to get scared because of that adrenaline rush. You pay money to get scared. So fear sells. And it's every way, shape, or form. Buy toilet paper, buy milk, buy beans, bullets, band-aids, buy all that stuff. It's fear, fear, fear. So make sure that you use your noggin and you do not make a decision based off of emotions. So let's see. Let me make sure. Oh, I see sisters here. Hello, Marissa. Great to see you here. That's right. And little baby William. And I love that you're finally putting out content. We get to watch them grow up. Let's see. Anything else? Dun, dun, dun. Making sure I didn't see. Now, and we'll probably go off onto a little bit of tangents and things like that because we're going to test out the algorithms and things as we move forward. We're going to get a little bit more edgy and a little bit more uh, towards the line. But one of the other things besides fear that sells is sex sells. Okay, and it's that kind of adult thing. Uh, and it's one of them things. It's always sold. Fear has always sold for all of time, and adult entertainment has always sold. That you get brothels, you get everything else. You get the people of the street. We'll call them that. It's a profession as old as it's in the Bible to today. Okay, it's always going to be there, and I'll tell you during SHTF, those two things will always be there. You're going to get fear, and you're going to get the people that's going to use what they have available to them to gain something. They're going to gain resources, they're going to gain power, they're going to get something out of those two things. So make sure that you keep those two in your mind and prepare for those. There's a lot of people I think push both of those things out, but I think it's one of the things that it's glossed over and people don't even think about it. Let's see. Yes, right there. It's the fear of missing out is strong. It is one of the biggest things. and you have to also have the discernment. The thing that they're trying to tell you, hey, you're going to miss out on this opportunity. Are you? You have to have the discretion that, is this a tactic to get my money? Or is this somebody coming to me going, look, the place only has 5 apples left. You're hungry. You need to get down there if you want to eat. You have to make sure that when it comes time to make a decision, don't make a decision on the empty stomach. You don't go to the grocery store hungry. You're going to buy a whole bunch of stuff that you don't need, right? So it's the same thing. Make sure that you have all of your information. Don't go into a decision completely blind and just grasping at straws. That fear is a very, very powerful motivator one way or the other. And for you to take the time now to be able to educate yourself and to train and to do make it to where you can make decisions, to where you have a little bit of a background, to where you have the I don't know, what do we want to call it? You want to give yourself the best chance possible, so you put yourself into a level to where you can make decisions under stress. There's a lot of people that do not handle stress very well, and it's a very, very difficult thing to try and train for. But I mean, you look at a lot of military, law enforcement, security, and things like that. When they go through intense training drills, it's for that. Can you make a split second decision under really bad conditions? Thank you for sharing, Oceans. Thank you, thank you. And thank you for sharing, Marissa's. Excellent. Excellent. Man, we've touched on a lot, and we're already like 20 minutes in. So, but I will leave it up to you guys. I try to come in with a little bit of talking points, but I also want to make sure that this entire night is all for you guys. Whatever questions, comments, concerns, topics, anything that you want to discuss, I want to completely leave it up for you guys in the chat, because this is your night. Without you guys, I am sitting here talking to myself. So let's see. Can you share free silver tonight? No, but I can give you a free advice that if you would like to purchase silver, you go check out Silver Oceans, which, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Off Grid Master has bought a few things. I know that I've seen you over there. I've told you to go check them out. I know Texas has definitely bought stuff, because whenever he pops into bid, I know I have to usually step back and let Texas take it. So, and that is a great tip. Let's see. Did I get one of the Chuck Norris coins? I did not, but I did pass it off over to Off Grid Master. So if they got one of them, then there you go. Which maybe I need to send that link to Ocean so he can get a silver Chuck Norris round. And I did see that Heaven's Fire, if you guys have not been over there, has put out the content on the new bunny. And I believe it's a baby bunny, right? Only a couple months old. But been following along, and I love to watch everybody's content. Everybody has such a diverse background, between completely homesteading to just starting out and learning how to do things. It's just a great experience to watch each and every person, how they take different steps and look at things in a different directions and whatnot. And it's so fascinating to come in there. A little expensive, but you wanted to. Hey, you're going to miss out. You should probably have a little bit of fear that you're going to miss out on that coin, and probably should just go ahead and get it. So, boots on the ground intel. Wife, the glare on this thing. Let's see. Yesterday was canceled because of IV fluid shortage. Yeah. I've been seeing the IV shortage all over the place. I believe I first saw it down in Florida first, and I've been seeing a couple of other states start to pop in and talk about the IV, but I have not seen, and I think they've been blaming it on the trucking and the supply chain, that there was a disruption and whatnot in there. It's one that I've been kind of keeping my eye on. And what's weird is I really haven't heard anything from S2 Underground about it. But yeah, we're gonna have to keep an eye on that, because now that Genesis has shared this, this starts to hit close to home. Now we have actually somebody that we know and trust give us actual firsthand, not I read this somewhere or I overheard somebody else talking about it. This is firsthand knowledge. So let's see. I somehow uploaded one short video today on my channel, Still Learning. Keep at it, brother. If you have questions, you got plenty of us here. We will definitely do everything that we can to help you out, and you are more than welcome anytime that you want to pop on over. Same thing with you, Heaven's Fire. If you guys ever want, anybody that's in the chat, anybody that's watching this now or in the future, send me an email, and we'll try and pop on and have a little bit of a discussion. There is my email for anybody who doesn't know my email. But let's go back. But yeah, 3-month-old little bunny, 6 pounds. 6 pounds for a 3-month. That seems like a chunky bunny. Let's see. North Carolina producers, I think, taking it out. Okay. That would definitely make sense. Yeah, I could definitely see that. I didn't know that they were produced there. But yeah, maybe that's something that's going to deserve a little bit more of attention. Maybe it'll be a episode idea that we can go in and do a little research and talk more into that. I definitely think, and we'll do it some here in the chat to kind of get a little bit more interactive. Most of everybody, whatever prepping channel you watch or anything, is talking about, what are we at, 20 something days until election. And so do you think that you're going to see disruption, bad things, whatever it is? Are you going to see it before or after the election? So we'll do, if you think it's before, put 1. If you think it's after, put 2. And we'll kind of do it as a little bit of a survey, and we'll see what everybody thinks. So 1 in the chat if you think that we're going to have disruptions and chaos and bad things before the election, or 2 if you think it's going to be bad and everything after the election. We'll see. Full grown should be 10 to 12 pounds. Man, that's good eatings right there. You're probably not going to eat the bunny. Let's see. No, I missed the short. I'm going to have to go watch it right after I do this. All right, so we got our first ones in. So we got 2. So everybody's thinking that's going to be after. I'm in a toss up. I'll wait for you guys to see if anybody else wants to pop and say 1 or 2. There's a lot of talk about different things are going to pop before, because they don't know how the election's going to swing. There's a lot of talk about Russia's going to make a really big move, China's going to make a big move, North Korea's going to make a big move, Israel, Iran, all these places are talking about that they're going to do it before the election. So let's see. Tammy agrees. Everybody so far has been saying 2. In-person voting in Texas starts Monday. In-person has started, I think, already here in Ohio. Let's see. I think the storms to our area have shown us where we can improve and understand some of the things completely out of our control, to be sure to tighten down the hatches and be prepared as much as possible. Yeah. And it's one of them things. It's kind of like, family. We always usually make that thing to where, family drifts apart for whatever reason. And it's usually a death in the family that brings everybody back together. It's kind of like this in preparedness. I have seen so many people start to prepare. They start getting some flashlights and some batteries and canned food, and then they slowly start, going back to the old lifestyle. And then a bad storm starts, getting publicized on the news, and they start preparing again. And I keep trying to tell people, you're going down a bad path. You've either got to get into it and stay into it. It's kind of like weight loss. Everybody wants to go and make that New Year's resolution. I'm going to go to the gym every day. I'm going to lose all this weight. If you go for a couple of weeks and you lose a couple pounds and then you stop, you're probably gaining that weight right back. Nothing's changing. So we'll see. But yeah, good on you for sharing that. So we're saying 2, but a lot of talk of the disruption in the public, yes, including the speculation that Harris will be replaced. Hard to say when the Black Swan event hits. Yes. And you know what? We'll talk about that too. We'll we'll hit on that. Give me just a sec. Let me see. She's a pet. Her babies will be food. Yes. Yes. Rabbit's good eating too. So, oh, the question is one, if you think that you're going to have disruptions and bad things before the election, or put a 2 in the chat if you think it's going to be bad and disruptive after the election. Let's see. Cherokee Survival, great to see you here. Let's see, say center, but 2. Let's see, center, but after 2, 3 weeks after. Okay, I see what you're saying. And the thing is this all speculation, right? None of us here, me included, have any knowledge whatsoever. We're only getting the information that, for the most part, is being allowed to be put out. And you got to come up with your own. It's basically flipping a coin. There's a couple of things. It can get bad before, it can get bad during, it could get bad after. There may not be an election, or it may not get bad at all. There's only a few different outcomes. So you are never late, divinely blessed designs. Great to see you. Never late. You're just fashionably on time, right? Let's see. Everybody's saying hello. Tony is saying 2. Amy is saying 2. 1 and 2. It's a way to play it safe. And here, let's go with this. So what do you think is going to be? If we're going to say 1 or 2, whichever one you want to pick, are you going to say it's going to be a certain event that happens naturally, something that's been talked about, somebody's going to pop something off or whatever? Or are we going to have something out of left field that's going to be a complete black swan event? I mean, what do you guys think? I'm curious to see what everybody's kind of leaning towards. Is it something that it's already being publicized now? Something's going to happen between these two countries, something along those lines, or is it going to be something completely out of left field that nobody saw coming? Curious to see what everybody's got to say on that one. Let's see. Man, Beyond Retail and More. Hello, welcome. Great to see you here. Man, we're getting some new people in today. Great to see everybody here, which if you guys are missed the live stream, I fully get it. Life happens. But if I do ask if you could drop hashtag replay something down in the chat, so that way I know that people are coming in and watching this after the live stream does end. Which for a lot of them now, quite a few of you that do live streams know that I do pop in there. And I know that I'm not a huge channel. This is not me blowing my head out of proportion. But I try my hardest to say something in the very beginning. If I miss the beginning, I usually stay quiet because I don't want to disrupt the chat. There is quite a few people that when I pop in, they like to say hi, which I greatly appreciate. But I don't want to take away from, the whoever's live. So I try to either stay silent for most of it, say something in the beginning, say something at the end. Unless the chat's dead, then I try and help out and get the chat going. But if you've seen me and yours and you wonder why I don't talk a whole lot, it's because I'm trying my hardest not to, take over the chat. It's your live stream. I want you to be live. Let's see. Left field. Okay. And I'm kind of starting to go that way. I wasn't at first. But yes, I think that there might be an October surprise. We're still halfway through October. There's still a lot of October left, so there definitely could be something completely out of left field. So my second channel. Oh, okay, so adventures. Okay, great. I didn't know you had a second channel. I'm gonna have to subscribe to that one. Let's see. I'm leaning towards something we have no idea, but it's a slow burn that's been a work in progress for some time. Interesting. I think we're seeing a lot of things happening now to keep us distracted, but thinking it will definitely be bad after. One side is not going to be happy, yes, with the results. Yep. And again, that's what a lot of this conditioning, we were just talking over there on Hudson Valleys. That's what a lot of this has been. It's always been about distraction. What can we put out that'll keep everybody, going at it with one another? Uh, and we've been completely conditioned. Whether you want to talk about the education system, technology, anything along those lines, we've all got to that point now of being keyboard warriors that when you see something, it is always here's a funny meme, here's a quick hashtag, and I did my part. I played, everything to what I can do. And it's just it's activism at its finest. And there's actions you can actually take. You're not going to hashtag your way through SHTF. It's just not going to happen. And I'm usually not the channel. You guys know this. That will spoon feed you and tell you this is it. But I will stand on this one. You are 100% not ever going to hashtag your way through SHTF. It's just not going to happen. So let's see. Whoa, we got joy-filled Jenny. Hello, Jenny. Welcome. Let's see. I think after he wins, I think they're going to find some reason that he can't take the position. That's definitely one. And it's there's a bunch of ways this can play out, right? You can have it to where one side wins and the other side doesn't like it, or vice versa. You can have it to where one side wins and they don't want to do a peaceful transition of power. You can do a cancellation, some black swan event, and it's just not going to happen. I've even saw one to where they're going to do a final debate, and something happens, and now they're both out of the picture. What do you do then? I've seen a lot of different people's opinions, and again, this is all opinions. It's all speculation, but it's something. It's very difficult to prepare for because you don't know exactly what you're preparing for. So let's see. Everybody's saying hello to Jenny. I see Tuck's here. Hello, Tuck. Missed the dang show. You didn't miss nothing, brother. You stop in and you just jump right into the chat. Been trying to make the live stream, but life has been getting in the way this month. Man, Glenn, I could not agree with you more. I stand right by you in that statement. And I feel really horrible because I've been watching some of the stuff, but I did not know that Jenny did live streams. And it just happened to pop up, and I just happened to see it. And so I made sure that my notifications were turned on because I want to see a live stream. Only 5 followers away from 200. Congratulations. You will get there. Just keep at it. Keep at it. Let's see. Let's see. Going down through, making sure I don't miss anybody's comments or anything. You guys are awesome. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, I think they will cause a supposed natural disaster that will call the implementation of a martial law, and that's one too. I've actually been asked here in the past a little bit of doing a episode on martial law, which I'm trying to put a few things together. I think my definition of martial law is going to be completely different, so I think that you guys will enjoy it because I don't foresee martial law being what I think a lot of people put out, or at least what I've seen. So it should be a pretty interesting one to say the least. Uh-oh, somebody's gaining some subscribers. That's what we like. Let's see. Good practice run. Plus, I heard my first tornado. I mean, it's great that you got the experience. I don't want to see you get any more experience, if that makes sense, but let's see. Don't feel bad. Thank kindly. Have an awesome community. Yes. Yeah, and I don't know what it is. I am subscribed to you, but it just never gave me notifications that you ever did a live stream. So I think I fixed it now, and I will be very, very excited to see the next live stream. So let's see. Yes, right there. And that's another one that we talked about. They talked about over on Hudson Valley when I was on panel. They were talking about the Aurora, Colorado. There's a lot of us that wouldn't stand, right? Um, if you had some sort of group of people that was coming into your hometown, wherever you are, and setting up shop, would you let your people that you work with, go to church with, school with, whatever, would you stand up, or would you just hashtag, thinking of you? Um, and it kind of brings it back. Where's the red line? I think so many people are afraid to throw out that first punch. They want to get involved. They want to do something. They're itching to get actionable, but nobody wants to be first. And I think there's a responsibility there, because if the wrong person goes first, it can go really bad. I think somebody with a level head needs to take the first action. So when all those people that want to jump in and back up who is going to basically take lead on this will be led in the right way. So that way it just doesn't turn into complete anarchy and chaos. So we'll see how all this turns out. Let's see. Everybody still saying hello? Let's see. Getting more hellos. Great topic. Thank you. Yeah. And by all means, anybody that has just popped in, questions, comments, concern, topics, anything that you want to discuss, whether it be with me or in chat, drop it in there. Nothing special, no capitals, no nothing. Just drop in the chat. I'm trying to do my best to hit every single one. So far, I think we've been hitting pretty much all of them. So yes, right there. Which I need to um, play the video that Little Rural is doing his Pledge of Allegiance in the mornings. I was actually a little surprised that they still do that, but he's starting to understand the words a little bit better. But nonetheless, it is still adorable to watch 5-year-olds try and learn the pronunciation and word usage of the Pledge of Allegiance, right? Let's see. Been through 3 tornadoes. Yeah, yeah, and that's one too. Tornadoes are a little hard because you can have small tornadoes. I have personally watched a tornado um, go by, not very far, maybe 100 yards or so from the house. Yeah, it was windy and different other things, but I mean, it was a very, very small tornado. Stood outside and watched the whole thing. But then again, you have really, really bad tornadoes. So it's one of those ones of tornadoes, they can turn on a dime. They can be very unpredictable. Some of them are very, very predictable. But again, any of that bad weather, whether it's, flooding, tornadoes, hurricanes, earthquakes, any sort of a natural disaster sort of thing, it's good that if you are unfortunate enough to be involved in one, that it gives you a really good eye-opening, first-hand learning experience. What happened? How did I handle it? What can I do better next time if this was to ever happen again? The thing is it's like preparedness. You want to prepare for the worst EF 55 or whatever they are tornadoes, but you just hope that it never happens. So let's see. The more sovereign we are, the better. Yes. Very, very good. Very good. Yes. Kind of like the Declaration of Independence listed all the grievances against the king. Yes. Very good. And the way that it went through, and I think a lot of people miss out on this. It's a really fun thing that they put out the little funny memes. Hey, the last time Europe told us something, we picked up our shotgun and told them to move on. Well, you missed the first part of that because we diplomatically tried a lot of different things. Here, here's our thing. We want to be our own country. We don't like this. Stop taxing. Stop this. They tried a bunch of different things to diplomatically solve the problem without turning it into a war. And then once it turned that way, well, I mean, there you go. There's your history, right? So let's see. Everybody saying hi again. Let's see, who do we got? We have minimal damage, thank goodness, but currently on the hunt for a predator that has recently come into the area since the storms. We've lost several chickens, a turkey, and the cat. Wow. Now that's saying something because chickens, that can be a lot of things. Turkeys are a lot bigger of a breed, but still, something can take that out. Cats are pretty quick, nimble, and usually have a pretty good defensive mechanisms as well as evading skills. So if something is taking out something as big as a turkey and as nimble as a cat, that's probably not something small-ish. So uh, hopefully you can maybe set up a trail cam or two, maybe catch something on that. Maybe do something where you can stay up at night. One of you take the night shift and just kind of keep a watchful eye out. The trail cams are usually a lot easier, but it depends on what you have and what resources and things like that at your disposal. But I hope you figure out what it is. I went to high school and we had to say the pledge every morning. Yeah, and I remember doing it in school. I'm surprised, it's 2024. He's in kindergarten. I'm surprised that they're doing it. But, you know, and I see a bunch of people, you're pledging your allegiance to a piece of fabric or to a nation that doesn't exist or two different entities. And I've seen a ton of them. Um, and I guess it's a personal opinion on what you feel like, but for me, it's a part of history. It shows an American citizen. It's good to know it, uh, and he can make up his mind when he gets big on what he wants to do. For me, yeah, I'm completely for it. So good on them for learning it. Let's see, late supper. I hope you brought enough for everybody because I think most of us are hungry in here. So. That's right. If we fail to prepare, we prepare to fail. Wow. There you go. I haven't heard that one in a little one. Uh, but that is a very, very true saying. It's anything. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't have to be preparedness like what we're talking about. It can be doing for dinner. If you do not prepare your dinner, you're going to fail at making dinner, right? Uh, so it's like anything else. You prepare for a lot of things, and it's a very easy transition. There's people out there. You prepare for your next day. You pack your lunch for the next day and put it in the fridge so it's ready for you in the morning. You lay out your clothes. You do this. You do that. You're going to leave for a camping trip or vacation, so you pack your bags ahead of time. You're preparing for something. Why can't a lot of people do the same thing for a bad event? And it doesn't have to be meteorites hitting the world or alien invasion. It's as simple as the neighbor's house burns down, or there's a flood or something happens that's just a natural disaster, anything along those lines. I see a lot of people come up with a lot of excuses when they don't see that a lot of them that make those same excuses already prepare for things. So let's see. Let me see if I can get caught back up. We've had rats getting into the coops again. It sounds like somebody needs a snake. Or you'll probably get a barn cat. Let's see. Armadillos are tactical possums. I have not heard that one. I like that one though. Could be a feral dog. Had that issue once before. Yeah, I could see that. Definitely could be. The cat hasn't made it back home yet. Yeah, apparently the cat has not. We've had some flooding here, no unwanted creatures, so that's good. Yeah, and you also, and this is another one. Take your win. Okay, a win is a win. We're all human. Morale is definitely a thing. We're going to have ups, downs, peaks, valleys, and so if you are in hard times, look for that win. Don't search something out and pull something out of left field or whatever, but take it like that. Hey, we got some damage, we had some bad stuff, but you know, we're alive. Nobody's really injured. A lot of our food made it through. Look for your wins and focus on those and be happy about those. Something that lifts and boosts morale. Morale is a killer. Let's see. Charters of Freedom. Remember the movie of National Treasure? Yes. Yes. Let's see. A fox or a coyote? I don't know if a fox would necessarily take out a turkey. A coyote would, but I don't know about a fox. I mean, it definitely could. I just don't think that they would necessarily. They would probably go after the cat or the chicken. Fox would be fast enough for the cat, but just I don't see. I just don't see if there was other options that a fox would go after a turkey. But I could be wrong. Uh-oh, I see Oops has made it. Hey, you are here. Great to see you, Oops. Let's see. Man, now I'm going to be worried about your cat. Let's see. I made a log on due for the day for 2 weeks and kind of go back to fit us. Yes, yes, yes. That is a very good one. And I recommend too. It all goes by what you have for your limitations, and you can make excuses or you can get creative. If you don't have a lot of time, get creative. You don't have money, get creative. You can make it work. It's how bad do you want it? If you have the resources, the funds, the means, the motivation, have several bags. Have one that always stays in your car. Have one that always stays in your office or your locker or whatever at work. Have one that sits always beside your front door. Have one that goes with you everywhere. Have an office bag, a car bag, everyday carry bag. Have multiple ones, because the reason why I like multiple bags is that you have a little bit of stuff in each one that is built for that specific thing. In the car bag, you're going to have more car related things. In your go bag, you're going to have more of, traveling on foot. If you have the means when something goes bad and you are able to grab multiple bags, it gives you more supplies, and you can dump off different things that so in your go bag, maybe you only have 2 bottles of water, but you have a bottle of water in your car bag, and maybe a life straw in your EDC. You have water covered for a little while. You have ways now, you have more containers to refill, purify, more ways to carry things. You have more bags as a way to carry other supplies as you move on. You have things that you can trade and barter with because you have more supplies on you. I'm always a huge fan of having more. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Yes, everybody. Yeah. And this is why I love too, right here. And the way that Tuck is saying this, Tony, it's a good idea. Perfect. This is why I highly encourage everybody, just start dropping stuff in the chat. Whether I'm able to get to it or not, what you say can be helpful to somebody else. It can be motivational for somebody else. It can spark an idea for somebody else. Maybe there's somebody new right now that hasn't said anything and they're just lurking and watching. Maybe what you said will go, wait a second, and they will reply, and then they will come into the chat. So always, if you got something to share, drop it in the chat, because you can definitely be somebody's reason. More intel. Mom lives 90 miles north of me. Here, the lights were flickering all week. Power company was able to do a bush fix and said that they can't get new parts anymore. Failing grid. Yes. I have seen that firsthand myself. There's a lot of transformers and different things and parts and whatnot. There was a piece out of a transformer. I actually spoke firsthand to one of the power line men, and they said that the specific piece was on a 2 to 6 year back order. And that caught me off guard and kind of concerned me a little bit. So keep that in mind, as things go. Let's see. I've had 2 outages in 2 months. They said failing, burnt out, transformers. Yeah, I've been hearing more and more people talk about transformers. So let's see. Did I just... Oh man, my mouse is failing. There we go. All right. Hopefully that didn't mess everything up. My mouse does not want to cooperate today. The grid is failing. The first I've heard about not being able to get parts. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot more people talk about the power grids and different things. With the natural disasters, with hitting all those different transformers and other power grid components. that's going to take priority. So, maybe your area up in Wyoming or South Dakota, maybe you had extra parts, but now this gives federal authority, hey, we need your parts. You must ship them down to the Carolinas, Florida, anything along those lines. And now because they prepared, if something happens, they don't have those parts anymore. So let's see. Yeah, and that's one of the things right there that I see this a lot of times. A lot of people that don't prepare or don't prepare for something specific, and I'm not picking on you, but I see that that'll never happen here. Or wait, suddenly that hits close to home. I need to take things more serious. Always have it in your mind. We've all seen that little meme. Um, will you ever be, taken out by a rogue duck? The chances are not zero. While it's a funny little meme that's supposed to make a joke and make us all giggle a little bit, you have to keep in mind that when it comes to preparedness, zero is kind of one of those things. Could a meteor crash into Earth? I mean, the chances might be 0.0001, but we also need to prep for things that are probable over possible. Get the things that'll happen: job loss, death in the family, house fire, natural disaster. Do those first. And then once you got your bases covered, then we can start prepping for alien invasion and zombie apocalypse and things like that. Um, and there's a lot of people. I've seen people get motivated like that. They don't want to deal with tornadoes and stuff. They can ride that out. We've watched all the news. All you got to do is have food and water for a day or two, and somebody will come to your rescue. And while I laugh in my head and say nobody's coming, sometimes you've got to go, hey, here's this zombie show that you really like. Maybe you should prepare, and sometimes that works. And I've seen people that was their excuse to get started, and they're really good into preparedness now. They switched out of it and they saw that the reasons why they should prepare, but it got them started, and that's kind of the main goal. Let's see. Thank you for sharing the links. Dun, dun, dun. Yes, yeah. If you haven't seen any of the stuff that JS Genesis designs, or Divinely Blessed, or any of the people here, Christmas is coming up. We've got wonderful handmade items, and it's kind of helping each other out. I have things by both, and they make wonderful, wonderful things. So make sure that if you are looking for something a little bit special and unique, check out their websites. Let's see, I can't afford laminated maps, so I'm doing my own with clear contact paper. The empty spaces on the maps have pertinent information added. That is a brilliant, brilliant idea. And it's that whole thing right there. Don't have the financial means. What did Tuck do? Got creative. I have a problem. I'm going to get creative on how to do a solution. You found the hole. You knew what you needed to do. You just needed a way to get from here to there to fill that gap. And good job on you. Excellent. And that right there, that's one of them things. There might be somebody else. I can't afford this, so I'm just not going to do it. Or I need to do this, I just don't know how. Things like this is what gives people really good ideas. So good on you. Yes. And make some content. Let's see. 99% of my ideas are stolen. Yeah. Trust me, I definitely get that too. Funny, the Facebook data facilities were part of the building built on the power substation, and they're running lines 5 miles away to the Xcel Energy plant. Yeah. Yeah. I, I know what you're saying on that one. Looky there. Boom. Congratulations to Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival for 100 live streams. So, congratulations. Thank you for having me on. It was a real honor and privilege to be able to join your live stream and your panel. But I do want to say congratulations to you guys. Speaking of legend, we have Scorpion Metals has joined us too. So great to see you, buddy. And there's another one right there. If you guys need anything done, go check out his channel and his websites. I know that most of you have seen But he does amazing, brilliant work. So again, Christmas is coming up. You can help a prepper out and get amazing handcrafted stuff. So don't be afraid to check any of these guys out. Let's see. If my wife has to walk home from work, it's 26 miles. She has a bag to grab and a life straw. Yes. Yeah. And that's good. In 26 miles, I've never met your wife. And so, I don't know the physicality, the age, things like that. But I mean, right there, already has, a way to do water, already has a bag. I mean, right there is speaking volumes. So, I mean, hats off to both of you. You guys are definitely on your thing. And my thing for that, Tony, would be, has she walked 26 miles? Have you gone somewhere, um, like a track at a high school or something, and actually see how long does it take to walk 26 miles? Uh, there's a lot of people that'll laugh at that and say 26 miles is nothing. I will tell you 26 miles on foot without a bag is quite a distance that most people have not walked. Um, but then again, there's a lot of people that will be surprised if you have a little pedometer and you do a lot of walking at work. You'd be surprised on how much you walk just around your building or around your facility at work, depending on what you do. So 26 miles is still long distance, but you'd be surprised on how much you do just in an 8-hour day anyway. So let's see. What about the idea of recognizing when you need to act? Yes, I'm thinking of all those vehicles that were stuck in the freeway during the hurricanes. Brilliant question. And I'm definitely, it's on my list. I actually have been asked this question quite a few times. And that's a real good one. And let's go ahead and touch on that real quick. This is one, and again, this is not a show or a channel that is going to spoon feed you and tell you. This is personal. All of SHTF, all of prepping is a very personalized thing. Only you can decide it. So what's my red line may not be your red line. And it's going to depend on what it is. I live out in the country, okay? I literally can open my window and I see nothing but corn for a long distance in a lot of directions, okay? But if you live, not as rural as me, you live in a suburb or you live downtown or you live on the 20th floor of an apartment building, your bug out is going to be way different than mine. So you have to figure out what is your red flags? What is it that you need to keep an eye out when you're hearing people talk, when you're watching the news, you're reading headlines, you're looking at social media? What is your warning signs? Then once you pick that up, what's your red line? When this happens, whatever I'm doing, I need to stop and go home. What's your second red line? If this happens, I need to grab my stuff and go. And then it's that whole thing. What am I grabbing? Where am I going? How long do I need to go for? I know a bunch of people that have temp bags. They have a temporary bug out bag. And it's one of them things too. We just talked about having multiple bags. Make sure you have an inch bag if you can afford it, if you have the means and the financial everything and all that. An inch bag, if anybody does not know, is I'm never coming home. That is, I'm bugging out, and once I walk out this door, whatever's here is staying here. So this is where you take your things like your family photo albums and things like that, because if that event ever happens that you need to go and never come back, let's say forest fires coming your way or whatever it is, insert scenario here, to grab your bug out bag that is probably already packed and pretty full. Are you going to start taking pictures off the wall? Are you going to start grabbing family heirlooms? Are you going to start grabbing X, Y, and Z? Are you frantically running around your house, taking a bunch of time that you don't have, trying to stuff it in your bag? Or do you already have copies of a lot of this stuff? Do you already have a lot of your heirlooms, maybe if they're on display, displayed together to where you can quickly grab and there's a bag or a container right next to it? Do you have that stuff ready? Are you willing to part with those things? If this thing is, maybe it's a watch or something like that that's 5 generations old, are you willing to leave that behind? What is the importance level? Maybe on certain days when you start seeing these warning signs, maybe we need to take that off display and go ahead and put that into our bag if we're not ready to leave that behind. Start thinking about things like that. But good question, and I promise we're going to expand on this into a future show. Let's see. I got to try and catch up with chat because I see that we're at our hour. So let me make sure I catch up with everything. Overwork and underpaid, says everybody in the chat, probably. Let's see. I have found a cheap laminator on Amazon, 100 pages of lamination for 30 bucks. That's excellent right there. So if anybody's looking for that, you have Mike is giving you really, really sound advice right there. So if you're looking for something, if you have important documents, whether it is a map, anything of like a deed to the house, birth certificates, anything that you want to save that you are trying to laminate a copy or anything like that, there you go. If you are trying to find a cheap thing, maybe you can check out Amazon or anything along those lines. So good on you on that one. And why are they building the tunnels? Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Let me make sure. Yes, and right there, we definitely we're all about our networking and supporting our friends because this is definitely a channel that I want to help as many people as I can, and the way that I can help as many people as I can is supporting the other people that I know are going to do the same. So maybe something happens and I've got to take a week off. Here's some other guys right here. Go to Hudson Valley and check them out. There's a ton of the people that have come on here and done different interviews and different other things. We've talked about a bunch of them. Uh, Make sure that you are following everybody because maybe I want to talk about something that you're just like, man, I don't want to hear about bug out bags anymore. That's okay. You don't have to watch every single video of mine. Maybe Mike over at Hudson Valley or Silver Oceans puts out a video or over anybody else of Scorpion Metals. By all means, go check them out. Let's see. Yes, the laser engraving. All right, let's see. Legend might be a bit much. I did post the beginning prep video. Yes. We'll have to go over there and check that out, and I'll be sure to share it too. So let's see. The documents. Here we go. Let's see. Anybody else? Man, used a walker right now. Have a wrenched knee. 26 miles on foot would take me weeks. And I get it. There's a lot of people out there that they're bedbound. I've got somebody that I know personally that is bedridden, and it's one of them things. What are you going to do? Are you going to be able to, put that person in a wheelchair or some sort of device and be able to put them in a car? Are you just going to bug in? Is bugging in your only option? If it is, what are you going to do? Do you have everything that you possibly can to fortify and have your water supplies and safety and everything like that taken care of? Let's see, probably a lot of intuition, and you need to make the decision if your life is, yeah, exactly. Uh, and that's one of the things too. When people say trust your gut usually, uh, for a little bit, your gut is going to do based on experience, and there's a lot of times that even if you go up to somebody and it gives off weird vibes and you go, I've never met that person in my life, blah blah blah. Yeah, but out of experience there's something inside of you saying something's off. And actually I've been working on a video that's going to be entitled Trust, that I think is going to be a fun one. So true. If bugging out and it'll be into the woods, find me if you can. Better hope you don't. Let's see. Data I can get. Not all rumors are fiction. Yeah. And we've talked about that too. Make sure that you're getting multiple sources. This helps you see things from different angles, different viewpoints, different angles of light and different things. And just because something is a rumor or something along those lines doesn't mean that there's not a hint of truth or part truth or something like that. Plus, even if it's a complete lie, if it's coming out on Main Street, source or something like that, it tells you a lot about the source. It tells you a lot about who's sharing it, how many people are buying into it. So there's a lot of things, even if it's a lie and you know it's a lie, there's still a lot to be learned by it. Let's see. Wife is very fit and can do it. We also have a second pair of shoes, socks, and grab those. Yeah, all about plan, plan, plan. Excellent. Excellent. I wish I could say that I was very fit. I need a few bodyguards. Don't we all? Don't we all? Let's see. Plans, put all the stores in the box, hook it up and go 7 miles from the nearest town. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I know we're over our thing. So, yeah, everybody's got to go. So, good night, Amy. Going to walk around the house and look at, yes, yeah. It's one of them things too, to go through and run that scenario, maybe this weekend, if you have a little bit of time or whatever, walk through your house and look at different things and kind of do maybe a rating system or something like that. If something was to happen, would I regret leaving this behind? Is this replaceable? How much value does this have to me, whether it is surviving value. Maybe it's something that is a morale booster. It's one of them things. Do I pack a extra thing of band-aids, or do I grab a couple of pictures of the kids or grandkids? Because you have that really, really hard night and you are pulling out those pictures that is going to bring you a smile. It gives you a reason. It drives your will higher. It gives you motivation, that whole something to live for, something to keep fighting for. It's a very powerful thing that to have something. And that's why I always say, take those things. I know a lot of people are saying silly, you can't eat a picture. I get it. But I'm telling you, if you lose the drive, it doesn't matter what you have. So make sure whatever it is, something that makes you happy, something that makes you smile, something that takes you to your happy place. Make sure that you have those things, and don't be afraid of the family heirlooms. If you have great grandma's locket and that means a lot to you, take it with you, because if you have a solid plan and you are going to survive to the other end of SHTF, you can hand it down still. You can keep that tradition alive. Let's see. Chuck Norris can sketch your picture with an eraser. Yeah, that's how you know that you're getting to the end, is once we get our Chuck Norris joke. So, yes, smash the like button. Thank you so much. Yes, we do have one of the greatest communities on the planet. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, would you tell us what that means? Absolutely. So rural, the way that I came up with my name, rural is because I live rurally, and 2IC stands for second in command, because as much as I will step up if the time comes to lead, I am not the leader. You are the leader. If you're religious, then God is the leader. If you are not religious, then you need to lead. I can give you the greatest advice that I possibly can, but during SHTF, you need to lead. You need to step up. You've got friends, you've got family, you've got loved ones that count on you, and I'm basically your second. I'm doing everything that I can to be by your side. I'm at your right hand right now, trying to help you. If you have questions or anything, let me know. I will tell you the answer that I possibly can give. I will go search out the answer, or I will point you somebody that will be able to answer that question. But that's where that all came from. I am not Charlemagne the God. I don't have the big head to where I'm the greatest thing on the planet. I'm number two, because you should be number one, or God should be number one. So that's where that one came from. So thank you for that. Let's see. Making sure I don't get anybody else. Legends are better in the woods. I grab the ghost. Don't have the woods around me. Yeah, yeah. And from shipping packages and kind of looking in your neck of the woods, yeah, you don't have a whole lot. So yeah, because I was very curious on when I get packages, I like to Google Map, like Google Earth the town, and see what's around there. You have a very beautiful town, I'll tell you that. Let's see, Chupacabra. I wonder if those things taste good. Let's see. Trying to remember what they're called. Not the banshees, but something else. Not spelled it right. Oh, you guys are fun. Let's see. Have the wood lots near me, not as much woods near the Everglades. See, that's another one too. And I get questions like that all the time. Not specifically that one, but they're like, "Hey, I live near the Everglades, or I'm up in the northern part of Maine or Alaska. What do I do in the wintertime?" I have no idea. Yeah, I've got winters here, but not like you, or I don't have alligators out my back door or anything, um, and so I'm not the one for that question, and I have no disregard for me saying I don't know. I will never intentionally steer anybody wrong. I will never intentionally give out bad advice, and I am not afraid to say I don't know. But that wouldn't be one of them right there. Let's see. Yeah, a day without learning something new is a day without sunshine. Spot on bumper sticker right there. That's one that I have not prepared for is the Sasquatch. Let's see. Trying to make sure I get down to the bottom. You guys are making it to where I need to like push my uh, thing back another like half hour or so. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Yes, right there. Morale is crucial. Completely agree. Thank you so much. It's always great, and we always love compliments. Of course, right there, Mothman, the swamp creatures. Yes, yeah, and that right there. Always be humble. I don't care how big you are, strong you are, fast you are. There's always somebody that's bigger, stronger, faster. Somebody that can shoot better. Um, it's always there. And even if you're number one, you have the Guinness Book World Record for whatever it is. Age is a factor. Time is not on your side. There's somebody that's number two that every second of the day they're gaining on you, and it's great to be on top. It's great to be the best, but it's never forever, right? So just because you're the greatest marksman today doesn't mean number two doesn't take your spot tomorrow. So Swamp Thing would be a show. I don't know about that. Maybe. Yes, train like it's real. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Oh, let's see. Everybody saying good night. Everybody's saying, yep, I'll definitely be over there on the auction again. If you guys want to, if you're interested, you don't have to buy anything. You can go over there and watch completely free of charge. Just make sure that you go subscribe to his channel so you don't miss out. Let's see. Anything else? Did we get to the bottom? I think we're almost at the bottom. Let's see. The most dangerous part of the glades are the poor decisions, heat, hypothermia. Good stuff. Always wondered, but never wanted to ask. Oh, no, no, no. You can always ask. Absolutely. I am a complete open book. There's not much that I am not willing to share. So, yeah, anybody has any questions whatsoever, pretty much most of my stuff is blown anyway. But for me, I will handle my own. I feel comfortable in where I'm at and what I'm doing. That it was a calling to me. Granted, there are so many other people out there that is better at this than I am. They have a better budget. They're more articulated and they're talking and things like that. But a lot of those people already have a massive following. When you have somebody that's got 100,000 subscribers and you have a question, it's so difficult to be able to ask them that question. So I wanted to build a channel so that way we can do things like this. We get 20, 30, 40 people in here. We can all get together. We can all discuss. As you can see, most of us in here, the chat went through. Everybody's, saying hi. It's very friendly. It's very welcome. It's opening to everybody. I see you, Palmetto. Great to see you here. But I wanted to be able to build something like that so that way for the new preppers, you can come in and you have I don't want to say a safe space, but you have somewhere to go that you're not going to get ridiculed. I will stand on that there's people joining the preparedness community all the time. And I wanted to give a spot to where if every day somebody has somebody different has the same question over and over, I will answer that question as long as it's out of sincerity. If somebody wants to know the difference on how to start fires, I will answer that question until I'm blue in the face every single day. As long as it's legit, as long as it's sincere, and as long as it's going to help somebody. So, yeah, if you have anybody and they want to get into preparedness, have them come on over. Maybe I'm the channel for them. Maybe I'm not. No hard feelings if I'm not. Let's see. The Winnebago and I shared s'mores at the last camp out, and I watched some of the camp out videos. Let's see. I'm articulate, but not very nice, so it doesn't matter. sometimes, sometimes that is the thing to do. There's a lot of people you will not, and I know I probably need to back this up, but I don't like calling people out. I literally, from time to time, get emails saying because I don't curse, they can't watch me. There's a bunch of different things that people will take the time out to write me an email to give me criticism, and I usually answer back. It's my channel. I can do what I want. I have a lot of people that watch. I have family that watches, friends that watch. There's children. Time to time, my kid will even watch this. So I do my best to try and keep it as family friendly as possible because there's a lot of negativity and smut and everything else on the internet. So if that's what you enjoy, there's plenty of it. That's the good news, right? Where is the auction? The auction is right here, not on my channel, but it's on YouTube. Go to right above you to Silver Oceans, right there. Click on him. Go check his channel out. Hit the subscribe button. You should get a notification this Friday and this Saturday. There is no charge or anything to join or bid. If you do bid, I think all you have to do is send him an email so he has a way to contact you. And then he will run through and tell you all the different things about it. Flat rate shipping, all the fun things. And it's a live auction. So here's the piece, $1, $2 sold. There you go. But it's always a fun time. We always have a good time over there. So if you are prepared, new to preparedness, please don't be afraid to ask questions. Yes, and right there, that is a good one. Mike and the Livingston Man are very, very good dudes. Here, ask me, ask them. Go check them out. They do a live stream. They do We All Gonna Die Wednesdays. They do it an hour and a half before I do. So whatever time you watch me, hour and a half, adjust for your time zone. But go give them a watch. I still think that hands down they have the greatest intro there is. But we'll see. Maybe I have a new intro in the works. So, all right. Anything else? Anything? Let's see. Be positive. Yes. Don't owe an explanation to anybody. And I agree with that 100%. But we are working. Little Rural likes to try and answer with the word "cuz." So we are drilling in that "cuz" is not an answer. That as long as you have an explanation and you can get from point A to point B, I will give you time. I don't have to agree with you, but I will hear you out. Let's see. Anything else? Dun, dun, dun. Anything? Yes. We all gonna die Wednesday. Let's see. Needs floors tomorrow. Yep. All right. We have gone 20 minutes over our allotted time. So I appreciate you guys so much for stopping in. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody, come hang out with us next Wednesday. Same time, same place. We're all just going to hang out and have a great time as we always do. And I leave this all up to you guys. This right here is all about you. I have no sponsorships, no anything. This is all from you guys. So I make sure one day a week I give back and we just come and hang out. I will answer any questions, whether prepping related or current topics, events, anything along those lines. So again, from me to you guys, I want to say thank you because without you, again, I'm just sitting here talking to myself. So thank you for not making me look crazy. But I hope you guys have an amazing night. I hope you guys have a blessed night. Thank you for hanging out with me. And if you are not new here, you need to say it with me, right? Remember, remain united. because we're all prepping in this together.